Hello PCS community. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to access your students' iReady assessment, as well as how to enter into the classroom Zoom session for the iReady assessment. Step 1 is to make sure you have the following materials sent to you from your teacher. First, we need to have the student's personal meeting ID. There should be 3 shapes, as well as a classroom code. Second, your teacher will also be sending you a meeting ID and a passcode for Zoom. Please take those materials out now before we enter into the test. Now, step 1 is to enter into the Zoom session so that your student can communicate with the teacher. We're going to open Zoom, join a meeting, and then use the personal meeting ID that was given to you by the teacher on the sheet of paper or Post-it note. In this case, my meeting ID is 846-9637-4298. The passcode is PCS123. Note, this will not be the same meeting ID and passcode. Please ensure that your teacher has sent you this information prior to entering this Zoom meeting. So, I will enter in my meeting ID, which is 846-9637-4298. I will also change my name to the appropriate name so that the teacher knows which student is which. Okay. Now, I'll join the meeting. It will then ask me for the meeting passcode. This is also found on the paper that your teacher has sent to you. In this case, the passcode is PCS123. Please note that these passwords may be case sensitive. Hit continue. It's going to ask if we want to show video. In this case, we do. Now, the teacher will wait and add you into the actual meeting itself. Zoom will now ask what type of audio settings you'd like to use. We will use internet audio. Now that we're in the Zoom session, we can see that my teacher is listed down here with their camera, and this here is me within the Zoom session. Now that we are into the Zoom session, we are going to open the iReady assessment. We will simply close the Zoom by hitting the home button, and then open up the iReady assessment. Please note that when you've closed the Zoom session, you are still entered into the session itself. It just closed the window on the iPad. Now that we've opened up iReady after going back to the home button from Zoom, we'll use the other sheet that your teacher has provided. We have the class code and the shape identifier. We will go to the K1 card.
Enter your class number.
The class number is the number that was listed on the top of this paper. In this case, my class code is 724378.
Find your name.
Now it's going to ask you to find your name. In this case, my example is Claire S. We can see that Claire S is listed here on the page.
Enter your picture code.
Now it's going to ask for a picture code, which is essentially just a 3-digit code made easier for students to enter because they're shapes. In this case, my 3-digit code is water star happy face. So I will click water star happy face.
Choose a subject.
Now that we've done that, we are enabled, or we are into the iReady assessment. The teacher will have already informed you whether we are taking reading or math. Simply click on one of the assessments and begin taking the assessment. Now, a note about the Zoom call that's running in the background. If we need to ask the teacher a question during our assessment, we are going to click the home button and go back into Zoom. Note that I'm still inside of the same Zoom session that I was in previously in this video. The way that teachers are going to be delivering this assessment is each student will be put inside of what's called a breakout room. This takes the Zoom session and breaks it up into individual Zoom sessions so that students can have their own space to work. I will now add this particular student into one of the breakout rooms. The teacher will hit assign and put the student inside of that room. Once that occurs, a pop-up will appear on the iPad asking for you to join your individual breakout room. I will click join. We see that it is joining the breakout room, and though it seems like we have left the original meeting, we are still inside of the Zoom meeting. We just simply left for our own breakout room. The teacher can now pop into a breakout room at will whenever the student has a question. If you have a question during the assessment, you'll go back to Zoom and click Ask for Help. This will invite the host, or the teacher, into the breakout room. They will join the breakout room. You will then be able to speak one-on-one with the teacher. Once the question is answered, the teacher will leave the breakout room and you can continue taking your assessment. To return to the assessment from Zoom, we simply click the home button again, open up iReady,
Enter your class number.
and reinsert our class number. In this case, it was 7243778.
Find your name.
In this example, I am Claire S.
Enter your picture code.
And my picture code was Water Star Happy Face.
Choose a subject.
It has then pulled me back into the test. Please note that because I'm not currently engaged in a test, it is asking me to start the test. When you go back into your assessment, it will pull you right back into the test you were just taking before you had left to go to Zoom. The test saves automatically and brings you right back to where you were. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please email your teacher and tech support@premiercharterschool.org. Have a wonderful day.